Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri Protips, episode 25. Today's topic is Onigiri is a role-playing game. So what does that mean, role-playing? So a role-playing game, an RPG, you hear that term a lot. Role-playing game is a game where you play as a character that in most cases you create or is already created for you to go on your journey with. So what that means is in this game, because since we have character creation, when you go at that menu at the beginning of the game, it says create your character. It does not say recreate yourself as accurately as possible in Onigiri's art style. It does not say that. And the whole point of that is, now I on my way to being an author, right? So when I create a character, the character is not me all the time. Maybe I could create me, but it's not. I'm not always creating Randandestroyer, male, 23 years old, plays video games. I don't do that. When you create a character, you're creating an entity. And when you create, not everyone you create is the same gender as you. Not everyone you create has the same personality as you, the same tastes, interests, the same gender. They don't have any of that. I'm not a dragon, nine-tailed fox, long-haired devil, vixen, goddess in real life. I wish I could be. That'd be friggin' awesome, but I'm not. So the point of that being is that when people make a character in this game, 90% of the people that play as female characters are male, and 50% of the people who play as males are actually females, in real life. So boys, girls, males, women, whatever, men, children, whatever your orientation is, doesn't matter. I am 10-tailed, but hi Eva. So the point of this is, I've been in the rift. This has happened to a lot of people that have a female character, and I'm going to explain why people have female characters really soon. So I've been in the rift before, and I've had someone named just some level 3 or someone come up to me. Just some random people come up, and they're just like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? And I'm just like, no, I don't. And they're like, oh, can I be your boyfriend? I'm like, no, because I'm a guy. And they're like, ah, and they got all freaked out. And then, and some people assume you're female because you're female, and they assume all that stuff. So, and then some people get freaked out by it, they get weirded out by it, they don't understand it, all that stuff. Games like this, it's like a glorified cosplay. I made a character, the guys are really ugly in this game, to be honest, they are. And, more often than not, people will make a female because they're just so pretty. And who doesn't want to be pretty and kill things at the same time? It's just awesome. So, I'm going to explain a couple reasons why men, I'm a guy so I can explain this from men's perspective, why men will play a female character. Now, me and my friend Lyra we both play female characters, and the reasoning for it is basically the same. The first reason, this is not a shared reason, but I'm just going to say some reasons. The reasons why men would play a female is, yes, females are cute, says Hagara. Another one is everyone wants to be pretty, and the women are way pretty in this game. Some people want to see what it's like to be a girl. Some people want to see what it's like to be a guy, There's all that different stuff. Females do have better clothes in this game. We had wings, we had fancy stuff. Guys have crap clothing in this game, etc., etc. But the number one reason that most guys agree on is that we do not want to be walking around the game all the time with a picture of a man's ass wagging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on our screen. We want to see a female's, ripe tushy, bouncing back and forth as we play. We don't want to stare at a man's ass all day. So, and there's Hagara there. My character's his wife, I make characters in my novels and stuff, so maybe I want to recreate that character. Or Aurelia is not that character, but I could do that. I could recreate a female I've made, a guy I've made, like an old man, your demographic in real life does not match what you make in a game. And a lot of people don't know how to respect / accept that. And they don't understand. Some people are like, oh, I'm a guy, so I'm going to make a guy. And I'm skinny, so I'm going to make a skinny guy. And I'm short, so I'll make a short guy. You know, it happens all the time. And then there's some women too, right? Some women aren't, let's say, you know, I'm not a 10 out of 10 guy with a 6-pack abs and the 5 o'clock shadow and the 20-foot tall. You know, I'm not that 6-foot tall, whatever. I'm not that guy. So maybe you're a guy and it's like, oh man, in this game I want to be really buff and I want to be fit and athletic, and I can't do it because I broke my leg in high school football and I want to live my dream. Some people, they just want to have dream fulfillment, you know. They want to have, you know, they want to live their fantasies, and that's what this fantasy RPG allows you to do. Do I want to be a girl in real life? Not really. If I had the power to switch between it, that'd be fun. You know, just have a buffet of both worlds. But, you know, it's just, I created a character. I made Aurelia. She was the Aurora plus Relia, which is an angel. Combined it, Aurelia. Bam, done. And then in some cases, there are some women who are born with, let's say, they're cursed with being flat chest, or however you want to see that. So they make a character that's really busty because they want to know what that feels like. And they love it when people come up to them and be like, hey, nice tits. And they're like, yeah, I've always wanted that to happen. I don't know. I'm not trying to be misogynist or anything like that. I don't know why that is. I love women. But, you know, people just want to live out that fantasy, you know. Let's say women are really tall and they hate being tall, so they make a little chibi character. You know, there's all these different preferences and things you got to respect. So you got to take that in consideration when it comes to Onigiri in any game you play online. Like Mouse is saying Skyrim, and yes, the mods in Skyrim are amazing. The Bouncing Boob mod is amazing. They're amazing, amazing. And, you know, and I think generally more of the gaming population is male than female, statistically. So what do men want to see on their screen all the time? Beautiful women. What do they create? Beautiful women in their eyes. You know, some girl might walk up to my character and say, oh, look at this busty harlot, look at her, and da-da-da-da-da. But, you know, in my eyes, Aurelia is beautiful. Why would I create... Now, this is a question I ask people all the time. Why would you create something that is, like, unappealing to you? That's a good Mongoku, Hakura. That's amazing. That's very good. I wish I had that right now. I wish I had that. But, you know, that's just how it is. It's just a whole respect thing. You know, some people, well, I mean, in this game, you can't choose your skin color. So I'm about to say some people are, you know, they're black, Hispanic, tan, they're albino, Asian, whatever. And then in this game, they're white. And maybe they're not white in real life. What are you going to do? You can't stop it. There's no choice. I don't have red eyes, but I think red vermilion eyes that I gave Aurelia are really cute. Do her eyes move with the camera? No, they don't. Okay. Yeah, Red Lotus makes a female on every game. I mean, it's fun to be a female. Like, especially when you watch a lot of anime. In anime lately, there's so many females in anime because, and I'm going to say female loosely, just because, you know, a lot of guys will watch an anime that has, like, sexy characters. And you know what makes sexy characters better? When sexy characters fight stuff and kill stuff and have cool powers. In like 9 out of 10 anime you watch, women will always have cooler powers than men because naturally women are physically weaker, so they always have cooler powers to make up for it. They'll always be like the witch, and then you have the big strong warrior. You know, it's very rare that you see the guy who's really strong and omnipotent with magic powers all the time. It's usually the female characters that have the cool powers. And, you know, in this game, I make water come out of spears, and I have a lightning spear, and all this cool stuff, and it's different in this game, but it's usually how things are. So, it's actually a trend in our era, our, 2016 era, you know, where female characters are rampant, they all have really awesome powers, and, you know, all that stuff. And a lot, what does Mel say? A lot of dev artists make the females more attractive and want them to be good looking in their exactly. Like, why would you make something unattractive to you? I can understand it's like, oh, this is a villain, it's supposed to be a villain, they're ugly, you know, they're ugly is why they're angry, etc., etc. There's lots of different reasons. But if you're making a protagonist, they're gonna be something desirable to you. You don't want to wake up every morning and play some ugly ass piece of shit, you know. You want to make something appealing to you. So, and some people, you don't know what they're going through. Maybe they're like, I don't know. Everyone has their stories. They want to play their character. But for a lot of guys, it's just, I do not want to stare at a man's bum like the 1,000 hours I'm going to put into this game. I want to be able to take a second, turn around, and just look at my character and say, damn, she's beautiful. Damn, I'm beautiful. You know, it's just how it is. And some people don't get that, and you got to understand that some people don't understand. They'll never understand. It's part of their upbringing, their culture, their religion, etc., etc. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is a video game, and it's a game. You know, when people play pretend and you do pretend fights, back when we were kids, it was always Dragon Ball Z. Everyone was always Dragon Ball Z characters, and they were always male. And then occasionally, people will play like Android 18 or something, you know. And in fighting games too, there's an equal amount of female characters, equal amount of male characters, especially recently. Like in Street Fighter, someone plays Cammy. Maybe Cammy's like better than Ryu, you know. Right now we're coming into a world where both genders are trying to be as equal as possible, and video games are allowed to break like natural barriers and just say, yeah, everyone's equal. You know, you make a male in this character, they're no faster, no stronger than a female, and a female is no weaker than a male, etc., etc. So, and yes, Rhyme, sometimes people make fun of you, but at the same time, you got to think to yourself, they're making fun of you in a video game based on the same choices you made versus the choices they made. You could be like, well, you're a guy and you live every single day of your life as a guy. Why would you want to be a guy again? And there's no shame in doing that either. But you're not going to fight fire with fire. You're just going to say, that's your choice, this is my choice. Have at it, live and let live. End of the story. So I could keep talking about this for a long time, but I'm just restating the same point over and over and over. Yes, the clothing is better. That, like, the girls' clothing in Onigiri is better than the male's clothing. However, I would not want to be... No, I would. Yeah, the guy's clothing now is better. You know, you could make this character as a guy. You'd have the black wings, obviously, and the 9 tails and all that stuff, but Onigiri, they know what they were doing, anime style, the girls are pretty, and people play girls and all that stuff. So, you know, like I said, I could talk about this forever, but the point being is, like, don't judge people, and if they judge you, don't worry about it. You know, it's a friggin' video game, it's an anime game, and an anime, like, you know, my favorite anime character is Rias Gremory. Not because she's like the hottest thing in the world, it's because she's a good character. I love her to death. She's like my idol. I would love to be like her, you know. Not because I'm just some sexy devil queen, you know. It's just, she's an awesome character. I love her a lot more than other characters. Because, oh, it's like, well, you're a guy, you should like Superman, and you should like Goku, and, you know, Vegeta. And if you're a girl, you should like Sailor Moon and all that stuff. So, you know, but at the end of the day, you're allowed to like what you like, and no one can say you can't like what you don't like, unless you're like a pedophile or whatever. That's a different story. But generally speaking, like what you like, and if someone doesn't like you, well, whoop-de-doo, there's like so many billion people on this earth, and the chance that just one of them likes you is amazing. The chance that everyone likes you is unfathomable, and the fact that someone doesn't like you means you're doing something right. So that's this pro tip. I didn't want to go too long. 15 minutes, bit of a stretch, but you know, it's a really fun topic. It's a lot more than just video games, this topic. It's just philosophy and gender roles and fantasy fulfillment, all that. It's just role play, guys. Everyone's just having a good time. So, you know, live and let live. Play the damn game. So I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching Pro Tips 25, and I hope to see you guys around.